Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pain Train. Continuing on with my video game environment series, here's my top 5 haunted house stages and areas in video games.
Hopefully this is apparent from the title, but this is my list of favorites. This is heavily influenced by my own subjectiveness and biases, but I will try to explain as thoroughly as I can why each area appeals to me. Also, I will be upfront with the fact that I am a Nintendo fanboy, and as such, most entries are going to be from those games. However, I am limiting it to one entry per series for each video, otherwise certain series would dominate these rankings. I'm going to touch on aesthetics, level design, and music. Without any further ado, let's go!
At number 5 we have Wrecked Ship from Super Metroid. Before you start wrinkling your noses at me, no, it's not technically a house, but it's very much haunted. This crashed spaceship of questionable origin is completely lifeless when Samus enters. None of the hatches, the save room, or the map room works. One would guess it's because the ship is wrecked, but actually it's because the electricity is being siphoned. As you explore the interior, you are haunted by coverns, evil spirits shaped like clusters of skulls belonging to the deceased crew of the craft. The being responsible for controlling the covern and the lack of power is the Spectre Phantoon, a mostly intangible ghost leader of the space pirates that can only be attacked while its eye is opened. Phantoon siphons the electrical power of the ship directly, and once he is defeated, the power instantly returns to the ship and the coverns vanish. The song that plays before you defeat Phantoon is decidedly lonely, creepy, and echoic. There's a distinct feeling of dread it produces that not only feels unwelcome but supernatural. This section isn't very long depending on how quickly you defeat Phantoon, but as a strictly haunted area, it's quite memorable. Next at number 4 is the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. Though it's labeled as the Green Forest area, this abandoned mansion has much more to do with ghosts as its central theme. When you enter the main central room, the elevator descends as 4 Poes take a lantern of their corresponding color and disappear into different sections of the house, and you can't proceed to the boss until all 4 Poe sisters are defeated. The house itself seems long forsaken, as it's infested with vines, cobwebs, and enemies such as Bubbles, Skulltulas, and Stalfos. The music is one of the best temple themes in the game, and has an air of loneliness, echoes, and mystery. The woodwind makes the song seem less scary as it is intriguing, drawing you further and further into the house. Once you defeat all the Poes, you head down the elevator and make your way to the boss room, which, wouldn't you know it, is another ghost. Phantom Ganon as a concept is a bit silly, literally a spirit copying Ganondorf, but the battle against it is a good pretest for the future battle against the King of Evil, and once defeated, the Manor is exorcised. Coming in at number 3 is Luigi's Mansion from the first installment in the series. When I first got a GameCube, instead of a new Mario game, I was stuck with Luigi's Mansion, much to my dismay. But as I got older, I started appreciating this game more and more as a whimsical, creepy gem. Luigi has won a contest for a home he didn't enter, and Mario has been kidnapped for some reason, so Luigi goes to investigate. After a run-in with Professor Egad, he is given a vacuum capable of sucking up ghosts of many types, including common ghosts, boos, and portrait ghosts, which are required to be defeated to move on to new areas. The music makes good use of small distinct sounds surrounded by silence, just enough to creep you out, but not enough to be truly intimidating, especially with Luigi's constant humming. This game does a great job at balancing intriguing mechanics with slapstick battles and hidden collectibles. I have yet to play the other 2 entries in the series, but if they're as solid as this game, this environment is in good hands. In second place is Big Boo's Haunt from Super Mario 64. This stage is the first one I think of when it comes to haunted houses. It terrified me as a kid, thanks in large part to the music, the menacing look of the mansion, and the homicidal piano. Seriously, why would they put this thing in here? Inside the house are several rooms haunted by enemies including Boos, Bookends, Mr. Eyes, and possessed chairs. Most of the enemies involve defeating Boos on the main floor, basement, and top of the manor. Strangely, the basement is the only part that never scared me. I just found the whole carousel room and music very silly. The music for the rest of the stage begins as a very low, chilling intro, followed by fast-paced and sporadic xylophone tones. This stage is an almost perfect implementation of horror themes in a game that contains many different types of environments, and based on my son's unwillingness to even go into this stage, it stands the test of time. And number 1 goes to Queen Vanessa's Manor from A Hat in Time. As I've alluded to several times, I do not like the horror genre. I don't watch horror movies, and I don't play horror games. However, as just a complementary environment, I feel horror is a great addition to games that are usually whimsical and fun-filled. The perfect example of this is Queen Vanessa's Manor, a giant mansion patrolled by a terrifying ice monarch, Vanessa. This area was legitimately the first time I was scared in a video game since I was a kid, and that started outside of the house when I attempted to come through the front door, only to be relentlessly attacked by the silent, headless statues. Once you make your way in through the basement into the main floor, Vanessa will question who is in her house before trying to burst into the hallway to take you down. The distorted effect the game uses, along with the loud and horrifying music played when she spots you, is legitimately bone-chilling. You have to stealthily make your way through the manor, gathering keys and avoiding her gaze to make it to the timepiece in the attic. Having an unstoppable enemy provides the tension that a lot of other haunted houses lacked, as you can only run and hide if you don't want to meet your doom. The use of silence and disturbing sounds is masterful. The frozen NPCs littered around the mansion remind you of the consequences of being caught, and the little sprinkles of information about Vanessa's former fiance only add to the terror. When it comes to houses full of fear, no setting does it better.
So what did you think of the list? Who did I leave off? Who shouldn't be on here? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like, subscribe, follow on various social media in the description below. Keep an eye out for more biome rankings in the future. And as always, have a blessed day.